I'm Andrew.
I'm Alyssa.
And this is Braggin's Adventures.
What's going on? Happy Thirsty Thursday and welcome back to Braggin's Adventures. My name's Andrew. Grab a drink because today we don't have a quick stop for you. Instead, today I want to chat about something that's been on my nerves lately, and I'm hoping you have some input on it as well. So grab a drink, join me in the comments below, and let's chat about Disneyland. Have they gone too far? Couple of quick caveats here. I used to work for them. I worked at Disneyland back in the 90s. I'm a shareholder. There's that. And I'm their base customer set, right? I love Disney. We're decorated for Halloween, Christmas right now. It's all Haunted Mansion and Nightmare Before Christmas. My buddy Jack right here. I love Disney. We're Disney freaks, okay? Our exterior is completely all Nightmare Before Christmas, Haunted Mansion, holiday kind of stuff. So, that being said, I think I have valid opinions here from three standpoints. So, I was there in the Eisner area. A lot of people don't like Eisner. I didn't mind him. He did make a lot of cutbacks. He made a lot of stupid decisions, but he also gave us a lot of really amazing things. Fast forward 30 whatever years, and I'm not a fan of Bob Chapek. As a shareholder, I don't think he's doing us right. As a customer, I don't think he's doing the customer right. As a former employee, I just don't think he's good for the business. It's my personal opinion. It's not yours. It's not anybody else's necessarily, but it's my personal opinion from all three standpoints. And today, the reason I'm asking have they gone too far is I want to specifically talk about admission into a park. Now, I'm not going to go all the way back to the 50s. You can Google what prices were. I want to go back to when I was a kid because we went to Disneyland. I'm not going to say frequently, but in my head, it's probably twice a year. And I remember the excitement. We would eat at a diner. It was probably a Denny's across the street on Harbor Boulevard because back then you entered on Harbor Boulevard. And I remember like vibrating, just waiting to go across the street and get in the park. And I don't know how my parents did it. We would get in at 8 a.m. and we would leave after midnight. I get tired 6 hours into my trip to Disneyland these days, okay? It's ludicrous. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for that. But back then, admission was $16.50. I'm going mid-80s here, 85. $16.50. It doesn't include parking or food or whatever, but $16.50. Now, if you account for inflation in 2022, that comes out to roughly $47. Meaning a family of four, my parents, myself, and my brother, could go to Disneyland for under $200, right? And I'm pretty sure parking was under the $12 range back then, so I'm legitimately going to include parking in that. For under $200, we could go to Disneyland. We could have a 16-hour day in the park, have a blast. And I'm not comparing food here, but back then food was a lot cheaper too. I'm not saying it was cheap. I'm not saying that it was easier for my parents to take me to Disneyland as a child. What I am saying is that given inflation, it should today cost me less than $200 to take my wife and my two kids to Disneyland. But it doesn't. And what I want to do here is I want to look at the tickets today. So I'm going through this system, and just so you know, I've marked one person, just one ticket, $47 according to inflation, right? And one park per day. Because California Adventures did not exist back in the 80s, and park hopper tickets cost a lot more today than they did even 10 years ago. But I'm going to focus just on Disneyland today. So, best case scenario with the current pricing in 2022, if I want to go to Disneyland on a Tuesday in the middle of January, I'm going to pay, best case scenario, $104 for that ticket. $104, not $47, which is what inflation has brought it to. $104, more than twice as much, right? If I want to go, though, on a weekend, as we did when I was a child, because my dad worked a Monday through Friday job, my mom worked a Monday through Friday, we went to Disneyland on a Saturday. That's when we went. So I'm going to compare that. A Saturday, again in January, okay? $179 a person, okay? So not 47, not the 47 that it was in 1985 with inflation, but $179 per person. So the reason their business, they can run it in any way they want. I'm not mad about that, okay? I have a choice as a consumer, and you do as well, to choose to spend my money there. I choose every day where to spend my money. And because Disneyland has gotten so expensive, I choose not to spend my money there. And if enough of us do that, maybe eventually they go, man, we screwed up, didn't we? Because we should be $47 right now for a single park, single day ticket. Now, maybe a little more, and I'm going to get into that right now. And I'm still trying to keep this short because it's a Thirsty Thursday video, but we're going to go a little longer than your 3 to 5 minutes. What have they added since 1985? Because as a kid, I remember going on Splash Mountain, I remember going on the Matterhorn, I remember going on Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, riding the train around, Peter Pan flight, Snow White, Small World. What have they added? The only thing that's really increased the value of the day in the park is Galaxy's Edge. Is it, though, a 400% increase in value? No, absolutely not. It's beautiful. The land is stunning. We spent 2 hours in that land when we won tickets to go last year. We won single day, single park for 4. We took my parents, Alan and Karen, who do our Braggins Adventures quick stops. And our most favorite part was that land because it was just beautiful. We did not get to go on Rise of the Resistance because there were no reservations available for it either of the times I tried, because you had to wait till 7 a.m. to try it and then wait until noon to try it, and they were always sold out. We went on Millennium Smuggler's Run, whatever it's called, and it was good enough. But was it 400% increase in value? Absolutely not. No way, no how. The point is according to inflation, I should be able to take my family of 4 in 2022 I'm going to round up to allow for Galaxy's Edge and stuff. Let's call it $50 a person, okay? I should be able to do it for $50 a person, plus parking, plus food, sure, but $200. And in reality, if I want to go on a Saturday like I did in 1985 and spend that whole day in Disneyland like I did in 1985, it's $179 a person. It's almost a 400% increase over where inflation says we should be. And I'm sorry, as a consumer, I'm not paying that. I think it sucks. As a shareholder, I don't think it's the right thing to do for the company with which I own a portion of. As a former employee, and this is perhaps, in my opinion, my most valid point, it makes me sad. I used to love seeing families come into my attraction and they would have these big grins on their face and you could see the magic in their eye and the sparkle. And now it's like parents look exhausted. You know, the parents are thinking, man, we're both going to have to work a 40-hour work week to pay for today. And then we still have our mortgage and our utilities and all this stuff. And sure, it's a choice, but we're not Disney World over here. Okay, Disney World's a vacation destination. Disneyland, it used to be for Southern Californians. It used to be for the locals within an hour, hour and a half drive to go have a good day down there. And it's just not there anymore. And I don't think they have increased the value enough to justify the ticket increase. I want to know what you think. We've all got different opinions. You don't have to agree with me. I probably won't agree with you. But let me know in the comments below. Do you think A, Disneyland's gone too far with these ticket increases over the last 30 to 40 years? B, Bob Chapek's good for the company, bad for the company? What do you like that he does? What don't you like? What do you think he should do differently? What do you think the company should do differently? So let me know your responses to all that. Enjoy your beverage on this Thirsty Thursday. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next adventure.